the Bee movie, the, classic movie about talking bees and suing the human race, made back in 2007. Now, within this movie, if you did watch it, I hope you remember the kind of one of the side villains or antagonists called Ken.
Match point! You can just start backing up, honey, because I believe you're about to eat it!
Who was the boyfriend of Vanessa Bloom, or at least was until he got his girlfriend taken away from him by a bee. A bee. Like, she broke up with him over a bee. A talking bee, mind you. Now, I really don't know if there's a word for that. I know there's zoophilia, but I'm pretty sure that's with animals, not insects. And I really hope there isn't a word for that. I'll probably search this up later. And after rewatching this movie recently, it really dwelled upon me how reasonable of a person Ken was. And they really tried to depict him as a, more of a villainy character. Like, imagine one day you come home and you see your girlfriend talking about trying to sue the human race with a talking bee. Okay, just let that sink in. Suing the entire human race isn't even the craziest part. There is a talking bee inside of your house right now. What?
Why does he talk again?
Listen, you better go, because we're really busy.
And sort of the main aspect of the character Ken is the fact that he is, kind of has anger issues and is kind of always angry and whatnot. And that's kind of the whole plot of him being a little bit of a villain to this whole story where, it's just a bee, talking bee, and Vanessa who are trying to save the bees and, stop the humans from stealing all their honey and all of that. But atop all of that, I genuinely think his rage was truly justified. It is only reasonable to be angry that you are ending up being a cuck to a talking bee. You have to just accept the fact that you have a freeloading bee in your house that you paid for, and apparently, they get to have date nights with your girlfriend. And I mean, at a certain point, it just gets ridiculous. And this all ends up piling up in this, kind of quote-unquote final altercation, which ends in a breakup between Vanessa and Ken, in which Ken comes home and he plans on having dinner with his beautiful girlfriend that he loves, until he gets there and she's having dinner already with the bee. And, if that in itself wasn't bad enough, the bee was sitting in his seat. And now this is kind of a viral meme or, clip or whatever. I'm sure you've probably seen it before. Let me just show you real quickly, but
that's where I usually sit. Right there.
And obviously, to top it off, there's the final cherry in which he hits himself in the head because of the bee. And obviously, if you've ever been hit in the face before, you know that you kind of get pissed off no matter even if it was an accident, you were just sparring, whatever. It feels a lot more anger inducing than just a normal, hit to the body or hit to the arm or something. So it is only natural to be very pissed off at this point, considering all the past events that have been happening to him over the course of a few weeks or so. And so it finally ends in this standoff to where he confronts the bee or Benson, and tries to kill him after, all of this time freeloading and his own girlfriend cheating on this bee. And so he goes to kill him with, some might say a little bit of overkill things, like, a little flamethrower or, just more simpler things like the shower head. But in the end, it ends up in a stalemate because the girlfriend Vanessa ends up stopping him before he can actually finish the final blow, in which she goes on to start talking about how Benson is the nicest bee she's ever talked to, implying that she talks to other insects, which, what? And mind you, this is supposedly in a normal world in which people don't know that insects can talk. That is ridiculous. So yeah, I mean, that was just something that I had to get off my chest or my head or whatever. It was just kind of ridiculous to me about how reasonable a person Disney tried to make seem a villain, considering, if I was in Ken's position, I would 100% have done essentially exactly what he did. I would have been immensely pissed off. But yeah, that's kind of it. Kind of a shorter video. First ever video actually. So if you guys enjoyed that, leave a like, subscribe or whatever, and I'll keep posting. So yeah, see you.